impartial opinion on the items stalling our contract negotiations would be helpful in regaining momentum. Both the Cohasset Teachers Association and the school committee have met independently with the appointed Department of Labor mediator, and we have 2 mediation sessions scheduled before the end of October, and are hopeful that the process will move forward and we will quickly come to a resolution. Thank you.
Any questions? Comments? Yes.
Sarah McSweeney, 14 Summer Street. A quick question, has that statement been, had a broader distribution than this room, or is it hot off the press?
No, it's hot off the press.
Is the expectation that it will be distributed to the community?
Yes.
Okay. So I have a couple of comments to make. The first is thank you. I say this every time I come in here, that I certainly applaud the work that you all do on behalf of the schools. But I have to tell you that the process and where we are is highly, highly disappointing. To say that there is no impact on the students and the staff and the community is an understatement. I think we all are experiencing, as you said, we all have students in the school system, we're all experiencing that impact. And I thought long and hard about this, about who's the owner, where does the ownership sit? And the ownership sits in this room. And to be perfectly honest, I think it's a call to action tonight to really take a step back and think about, we are where we are. I mean, I'd love to talk about how we got here the last number of months, but we can't rewind the clock. But as I look around this room, and I applaud the students, by the way, for coming, I think it's awesome. I really do. And this is a really, really, I'm really passionate about this topic. And I think you've got to really think about how you get this to resolution. And I think maybe a mediator is a good thing, because maybe it's less emotional and there's less unproductive dialogue, because there has been unproductive dialogue. And I think it's I can't stress how important this is to get this resolved. So I think you've got to really think about strategically how you work to a resolution on behalf of what is the lifeblood of our school system. It's really discouraging when I hear things today up at the schools that the teachers say, I can't email you, I really want you. The teachers are in a very, very difficult position because they're trying to do their jobs, right? But they're also trying to respect, which is a very important, very important labor community that they have. So I need it. I'm looking at you guys and saying, fix this, right? You've got to work hard, and negotiations are really hard, right? Both parties, hence a negotiation, have to work and give and take and balance and prioritize. But it's got to be done with professionalism, not disingenuous comments, sidebar comments, that's highly unproductive. And it's got to be done effectively. And I think myself and other people that I spoke with are really frustrated that it hasn't been done that way this far. So I repeat it, it's a call to action tonight. We've got to get this done. It can't go on where there's 10-minute conferences and you can't get a teacher. And I'm not blaming the teachers. They've got to do what they think is effective. But we're in a really, really, really difficult spot. And the ownership sits here. I'd love to say who's responsible. I'm looking at the people responsible. So we've got to work to get this resolved, to move this, so we can get back to the business of hand, which is right here. I mean, I don't want to quote Paul Ryan, but he said it today about, today when his comment was so relevant about it's such a pivotal time in the youth of our society, and it's really, really discouraging on what's going on. So I'm begging, fix it and get it done so we can get back to getting these students the education that they deserve and getting our community back to business. It's really discouraging. So that's my call to action tonight. I hope you guys can get this done. I'll turn to anyone else.
Any more comments? Yes.
Benjamin Moore, 33 Bedford Drive.
You must watch the meetings and how we've learned.
Well, the first thing I really want to say is I think it's been difficult, trying to get students, aware of the situation. I think it wasn't until earlier this month that students really didn't understand, really understood what the consequences were of, what's taken away, all these clubs, all these different things that I'll go into later. But I think, now we really realized how much of an impact it has. For example, this week I went and played in the sectionals for state golf tournament, and it's my personal choice to do that, but I also made a choice to miss the test. And as a result, I couldn't make that test up after school, and so I ended up taking it today during class and missing, as a result, 2 classes. So I really want to try to present the fact that the biggest thing is the after-school hours. 25 minutes a week is really tough, especially for kids that are, maybe struggling in a class that they have. APs, if someone's really, really trying to do the work and, keep up. So I just want to make a point of that. And November 1 college deadlines are coming in a week and a half, and I'm really concerned that my grades won't be where I want them to be to present to these colleges. And most kids apply to their top choices November 1st. So if I feel like there's a good chance that someone, it could be anyone, they won't get into their top choice because their grades ultimately weren't reflective of who they are as a student and how hard they were. So that's my concern. And I don't blame the teachers at all, because I feel like that this is something that they need to do. This is something that it's a quality of life issue for them, and I completely understand why they need this raise. And I feel like as a result, it's really taken a toll on my education, on everyone in this room, all, seniors, juniors, and everyone from all the way down to kindergarten. And I just feel like that, that's really what's really frustrating. And the fact is, we were talking in the Facebook group, our Powder Puff football game will be canceled if there's no resolution by Thanksgiving. Modern United Nations, which I really enjoyed participating at Harvard last year, is going to be canceled. Investment Club, school dances. I really appreciate Carolyn Connolly and Brian Scott stepping up to chaperone that, where teachers would usually be in that situation for the homecoming. And I just feel like, as of now, there's going to be no more school dances if this doesn't resolve soon. And for a town that we come in from, I'm just very disappointed that, quality of education, even the quality of education at Classic, there's no reason for these teachers to be in such low pay. I mean, we send kids to Ivy Leagues, top colleges every year, and we're willing to put the work in as well as the teachers, but when stuff like this gets in the way, there's nothing, we as students can do except voice our opinion. And now that with the word to rule, I feel like a great education in the state of Massachusetts is now considered like just an average education. So, and I think that's that's what's really frustrating students and many parents. So I will turn it over to Max if he wants to comment.
Yeah, Max Whetstone, 128 Lambert's Lane. Just to reiterate what Ben said, the teachers are now staying after once a week per class, which has obviously been really tough. As Ben said, he missed a test because he had to go to a sports game. I've seen it the other way around, where students have actually stayed after and missed games. And on top of that, students have had to choose between classes. If they have to make up 2 things, they can only make up 1. And these situations have happened all the time, and I've seen it happen to many people. And that's never happened in the past. And to be clear, no one thinks the teachers are at fault. We understand why they're doing this. And every time I've witnessed a teacher have to confront a student about how they can't come in early the next day or they can't stay after a different day, I can see the pain in themselves when they are saying that, because I know it kills them to do that. Also, to add to what Ben said, seniors specifically are affected. Next weekend, about 75% of us will send in our first applications. And ourselves, as well as the teachers and parents, have committed way too much to the system to risk it all falling apart right before the finish line, and have our first quarter grades be less than what we want. You guys are elected members, and you're the school committee supposed to represent the students. And a quote from your handbook is to provide the best education possible for all students. The lack of backing for the teachers in this situation has clearly failed that core goal, because that is all that matters to us as students. We need our teachers. I leave next year as a senior, but my sister is a freshman, and on top of that, I'm sure a lot of the seniors have younger siblings, and even if they don't, there's tons of kids in this school. Right now, we have an amazing group of teachers, and it will be absolutely detrimental to her high school experience and to everyone else's high school experience if we start to lose these teachers because we don't maintain the salary that they deserve. I'd just like to end by saying, let's pay our teachers.
Thank you very much for speaking. It was obviously very heartfelt and we appreciate it. In the past, prior to my joining the school board, we had student representatives come to our school committee meetings. And I don't know if they were always school council members or how that worked before, but I would like to lob out that idea to you guys. I can also raise it with Mrs. Connolly, but you're clearly engaged and interested and passionate, and we would love to see you more than just in situations like this. So I'll do some follow-up and we'll see if she can reach out to the student body. Thank you.
Some of the best thoughts that came forward from those meetings were brought from the students. And we're very disappointed that we don't have that presence at our committee meetings anymore. So maybe you could, in your student council meetings, bring that up and see if someone would like to participate. It's only 2 meetings a month. Any other comments? Yes. I would like to caution that, we've already heard from the students and they've made their case very well. Going forward, if people want to comment, if you could bring up new and different items, that would be great.
Yeah, I just want to, my name is Dima Amran. We have 5 kids in Cohasset. I'm an immigrant, so my kids were in schools in Egypt and in Jordan and in Canada. And my kids have never thrived like they have thrived here, never. My husband had 3 girls who lost their mom to breast cancer, and the transition here was phenomenal. The teachers took them in, they were just amazing. And it's shocking for me that I always tell my kids when they come home from school and complain that teaching is the most noble job on earth. I couldn't do it. I tried for a year and I'm like, this is too much. So I can't imagine any job being more highly paid than that of teachers. And I think maybe we live in a town where we have a lot of people who work in Boston in the finance district, and a lot of areas maybe they can help out and figure out how we can figure out the budget in a way where the teacher can feel compensated, because I can't imagine them teaching with passion if they don't feel appreciated and compensated well enough. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so if there are no further comments, we are going to move on with the regular business. Oh, okay, sorry.
Elaine Child, 73 Pond Street, Cohasset CPAC president. I do want to just take one of the boys' comments to the next level that was brought up at the PSO meeting, Middle High School PSO meeting, that Mary did attend. So I thank you for coming to that meeting, Mary, because she was able to clear up a lot of things, and lots of parents have questions who could come during the day that may not necessarily be able to come at that. So, but one point that was brought up was obviously the after-school situation. And to take that to the next level is to say that these grades will be permanent. That's it. That the grades will be permanent. The kids are, the after-school situation is what it is. This will all be resolved, and and everything will be taken care of, and hopefully we can, we can hopefully go back to, for what everything is business as usual. But those grades for these students will be permanent, and they're feeling like they're struggling, and they feel like they're not getting enough help, or they're trying to, and they just feel like they're swimming upstream. That's in the books, that's permanent, and that's gonna stay with them. So we, as my counterpart, Sarah McSweeney said, and the student said, this is a call to action, and the parents really hope and pray that we can get this resolved for everyone, so we can move forward and get back to the business of our school system. Thank you.
I can assure everyone in this room that that's our goal. And that's, again, why we decided to go with mediation, because we really felt like we were completely stalled and we should have done it sooner. That's all I can say. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.